Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today's video, we're headed to Japan, where I think they make some of the best fried chicken bites around. I'm talking about chicken karaage. So whether you got a kid that won't eat anything but chicken nuggets for dinner, or you're an adult, and yeah, I'm talking to you, who likes to chow down on some nugs while throwing back some brewskis, this one's for you. Stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, we'll get today's chicken karaage video started by marinating the chicken. Now, karaage is actually a term for the technique, the Japanese style of cooking this. It's deep frying a seasoned meat. So we got to season the meat, right? So we got our 1 pound or so of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I've just rough chopped into nugget-sized pieces. Imagine that. We got an egg white, which we're going to whisk this until it's frothy. So we'll go ahead and knock that out quick. While I'm whisking this up here, I'll tell you a little story, because I know you guys love hearing stories while people cook, right? When I used to live in Okinawa, Japan, one of my favorite weekend meals, grab your beers, your drinks, on the way home, stop at Hotomoto. It's a little fast food chain. They have absolutely amazing chicken karaage. It's kind of a Friday night tradition. So delicious. Hopefully this reminds me of those delicious good days and times back living on that tropical paradise island. It's good times, folks. You ever get a chance, check it out. Alright, that being said, we got a frothy egg white here. We're going to go in with a touch of sesame oil. A little bit of Shaoqing rice wine, Chinese cooking wine. Soy sauce, of course. And finally, last but not least, some vodka, believe it or not. Now, this process is actually similar to velveting in Chinese cuisine. Of course, this is Japanese, but pretty close. So we're going to mix those together. Frothy egg white, sesame oil, soy sauce, vodka, and some Shaoqing Chinese cooking wine, rice wine, whatever you got. Alright, with these mixed, we're going to go in with our dry ingredients. So, we're going to start out automatically with a shout out to Uncle Roger. We're going to be seasoning this today the right way, not the white way. Foo-yo! So, we got some MSG, of course. We got a little bit of baking soda and some white pepper. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. So, these three dry ingredients we'll just add in. And yes, MSG is important here because it's a ton of flavor and it's the salt component to this dish. Stir those in. And now we got some basic cornstarch. So I'm going to slowly add this. We're basically making like a slurry that's going to, or a dredge, I guess, that's going to coat the chicken, make that nice crunchy exterior when we go to deep fry it. We'll start out with this, and then we'll also be going with a seasoned coating as well. But we've got to get our base marinade started first. And this cornstarch is messy. It flies everywhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, got all that in there. Try to get most of those clumps out. Now, before we dump this on our chicken, we actually want to reserve a couple tablespoons or so, because that's going to help us when we go into our dry dredge later on, to make some extra crispy, crunchy little tidbits on there. Really adds to the texture, overall component of the dish. Not completely necessary, but hey, it takes 2 seconds to use one of our cups that's already dirty. Take a couple tablespoons here. Probably good. Give this a final mix. We're just going to pour this over our chicken. Alright, we'll just go in with our hands today. Get that all coated. Alright, so we're going to throw this in the fridge. Now you can marinate this as short as 15 minutes up to 8 hours overnight. I think we'll probably go about 45 minutes to an hour today. In the meantime, I'm going to throw this in the fridge. We'll come right back and I'm going to make a spicy chili mayo sauce that we can dip our chicken karaage in once it's done cooking. Stay tuned. Alright folks, we got our chicken in the fridge marinating away. We can turn attention to making a quick dipping sauce. Now, this is not really Japanese, it's not traditional whatsoever, it's just a me thing. I enjoy this. If you don't like this or you'd rather stick with more traditional Japanese sauces, get some Japanese sweet mayo, the Kewpie mayo, put a little bit of wasabi in there, mix it up, wasabi mayo, boom, you're more Japanese. This is a spicy chili mayo, so it's more my grub on grub thing. So we got some mayo here. I'm going to go in with some sriracha. And you can make this as spicy or as mild as you like. I don't think this stuff's really that hot. Kind of like a ketchup to me anymore. A few teaspoons of that. We'll go in with some chili garlic sauce. Kind of the same thing, similar to sambal oelek. We'll go in with a couple teaspoons of that. And I don't have a fresh lime, so kill me. I'm just going to use some lime juice from the jar. It's a sauce, folks. We don't need to get that fancy with it. Alright, that should thin that out. All we gotta do is mix it up. This you can make ahead of time. It'll obviously develop more flavor the more it sits in the fridge. Let those flavors have time to marry together and combine. But for today's purpose, I think the 30 or 45 minutes our chicken marinates is good enough. Good enough for government work, as I like to say. So we got our sauce made up here. Let's give it a little taste test, see if we're in the ballpark of where we want to be. Oh yeah, that's good. Nice little bit of heat in the back of your tongue, the back of your throat. By the time you eat a lot of this with your chicken karaage, you're going to be feeling a little burn there. But it actually is cool and refreshing as well. So I'm going to throw this in the fridge, let those flavors come together. When we come back, our chicken will be done marinating, so we can start dredging it right before we deep fry it. Stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back. Our chicken is marinated for about an hour or so now. I got it drained off the excess liquids and it's just sitting here over this colander letting that extra stuff drain off. So now we can turn our attention to making the dry dredge for our chicken karaage. So we got a bowl of cornstarch, nothing fancy there. We got some all-purpose flour. We're just going to go ahead and mix this in. And for our dry ingredients, seasonings, a little more MSG, some table salt, and some more baking soda. So we'll start out. Make some noise there. Whisk these together. Now this is our reserved marinade we made earlier. All we're going to do, so this is a nice smooth cornstarch flour coating seasoned up. We're going to drizzle a little of this in, move it around, make some little craggy, crunchy, crispy bits that'll stick to the chicken. Absolutely amazing. This step is optional, of course, but hey, why not? It takes 2 seconds. So we'll just drizzle a little in here, mix it in, a few splashes. This is going to make little clumps. Don't go too crazy with it, or you will just make a slurry batter. We just need clumps here. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Mix it in. Alright, that should work. Now we got a clumpy looking batter here. So we can take our chicken, dry hand, or wet hand, dry hand. You know how it works, folks. We're just battering chicken. Take a piece here, throw it in. Throw some of this crummy looking, crispy, crummy, crunchy looking cornstarch all-purpose flour with some seasonings in there on there. Nice and light, folks. Japanese fried chicken. And move it over to our tray. Now we'll repeat this process, get all the chicken coated up. We'll come right back, fry it off. We're going to make frying today 350 degrees. This should take about 4 to 6 minutes. These pieces are bite-sized, small chicken nuggets. So let me get this battered up. We'll get it fried, come back, give it a taste test, see how we did. Alright folks, we fried our chicken off 4 to 6 minutes, 350 degrees. It's pretty crispy and delicious right now. It could be eaten. I got it to about 165, 170 degrees. But this is dark meat chicken, so we want to go to 175 or 180 even. It's fine. So I'm going to double fry this today. Not only will it finish cooking the chicken, it's going to give it that double crispy, extra crunchy factor to it that's going to make this chicken karaage absolutely amazing. So I'm going to dip this back in for, 1 to 2 minutes max now. I got it all ready to go. And we'll see you when we come back, give it a taste test, and see how we did. Alright folks, check it out. Here we go. We got our chicken karaage ready to go. We fried it initially 4 to 6 minutes, 350 degrees. I think I forgot to mention it, but I did crank the temperature up to 375 degrees for that second fry. 1 to 2 minutes. It's extra crispy. We got that spicy chili mayo sauce ready to go. It smells amazing in here. I don't want to wait any longer. Let's dig in. I'll start off with just a piece of the chicken karaage. Nice and crunchy. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but let's give it a bite and see how it is. That brings back some memories, folks. All I need is about 15 too many beers in me, and this would be eaten great. Absolutely amazing. But the breading, nice, light, crispy coating, very light and delicate. But it's crispy at the same time. It's one of the benefits of Japanese-style cooking, this karaage method. Light, crispy, airy, yet delicate, delicious. All in all, it's amazing, folks. Let's dip it in some of that spicy chili mayo. Folks, we just took the chicken nugget game to a whole nother level. American style chicken nuggets here. Chicken karaage here. Throw in that spicy chili mayo. Through the roof, folks. Absolutely amazing. If you like today's recipe, be sure to check the links in the description below. That'll see you on my website, www.grubongrub.com. Now on there you can find an air fryer version of this. It's pretty much the same. We do a little different breading so it works better in the air fryer. But I'll be sure to get this one typed up and on there as well. Very simple today. We did a quick marinade on it. Did that dredge with the seasoned cornstarch and flour mixture. MSG is key, folks. Like Uncle Roger says, season it the right way, not the white way. You just got to go with MSG, folks. You should always have some on hand. You're not using a ton of it here. We use maybe a half a teaspoon the whole recipe. So it's pretty light and simple. It's not going to bother your guts or none of that stuff that people might worry about MSG. It gets a bad rap. It's really not that bad, folks. If you don't want to use it and you want to go against the rules of nature, use regular salt. I guess it'll be all right. Not my style, though. Use MSG. Right, Uncle Roger? All right, folks. Like I said, if you like this video, check out the website. I'll link everything below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button, folks. That tells YouTube and myself you enjoy this type of content. You want to see it on the front page every time you log on to YouTube. That being said, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single bit of action. I put out videos like this every week. I like to keep it fresh, change it up, new recipes, different styles from different countries. Who knows what it's going to be from one week to the next, so you got to make sure you don't miss a single video. Other than that, folks, it's been a pleasure cooking for you once again. Mike here, signing off till next time. Just keep cooking.